There we go. That worked. There we go. That worked. There we go. That worked. How's it going, everyone? I'm just getting everything set up here. And there's a couple easier ways to do this for me. My chat was not popping up. Let me pop out chat. There we are. Okay. Let's see. Hello from Denmark, Peter. And what are you talking to us for? Go grind something. Dude, I can't get my hands clean. Look at that. Washed them like 3 times. Okay, Amy's not with us tonight, Dan. She is on her way to New Orleans right now for a American Chemistry Association conference. So, pretty cool. And hello, Dan. Greetings from Mexico. Wow, awesome, Antonio. Glad to have you here, brother. And how are you doing tonight? Love your channel. Learned a lot. Thanks. Roger, doing pretty good, man. I'm excited to be here. It was another great day. We had record people in from yeah, there we go. Beautiful. We had record people in from hold on. And there we go. Okay. So what's up, Credit Cornstalks? Record people in from the mill today, and we had 5 people that came by today from YouTube, and this week total, like, gosh, it was something like, I think it was like 7 total that came in from out of town. That was an individual group, so there were more people than that, but just to hang out with us to see us. So you'll see those in our videos coming up. But anyway, it was pretty cool. Hello from upstate New York. Yeah, I wish Amy was here today. What did you do on today around the property? So today I gave tours a lot. We fired up the big Galloway engine. I had to work until noon on YouTube videos, unfortunately, because I uploaded a video to YouTube and I made a mistake, and I had like the entire length of the song at the end of it, which made the video like 20 minutes long. So I couldn't cut it on YouTube the way I wanted to. So I had to actually re-upload it, which was a little bit of a pain. Joshua, hello from Detroit. And Jesse, Voids Warranties, still, I claim, best name ever, Voids Warranties. Welcome, brother. You have made it to one of the lives. What do you recommend for cleaning off the top, cleaning the top of pistons of carbon? I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, you can use like steam works really well on cleaning anything like that. But if that's why people try to use the sea foam. Anything that's going to get really hot and turn into a hot vapor works really well. But it just takes some. It's going to take elbow grease. Stephen Cox would know more about that than me. I'm more of a body man than a mechanic. See here. Have you seen the Model as with tracks? Must be talking to someone else. I'm not really sure. Very cool. YouTube watchers are the best. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We're in my green today. Just grinding all that stuff. Yeah, use water, Brian says. I think anything that's going to steam up is going to be better, probably. How's the Model A? Well, I pulled it out today. We've been robbing the battery off the Model A and moving it around to start a lot of other stuff. So you guys are going to have to watch Stephen Cox's channel. He's going to be putting out, there's a couple videos that aren't going to go on my channel specifically that he's working on, some tractors out here, and I want them to be like content only for his channel. One thing I can say about this is this place is really good for content for YouTube, and it's awesome. But I don't necessarily feel like I need to like hog all that content and hoard it, because the museum's important to me, and I want to see it flourish. And also YouTube is important to me, and I want to see other channels flourish, and I want to work with other channels of people that are skilled technicians like mechanics and stuff like that. And so, yeah, woodworkers would be fantastic. So Steven's not here. I'll be regrouping with Steven. We're probably going to do a live on our trip down to Houston tomorrow on his channel, I would think. And if we're not doing one on his, we'll do one on mine. So anyway, yeah, so I want other YouTubers involved here. And I want, people to come in and help me make this museum awesome. And I just think it's going to be better that way. So, yeah, moonshine will take anything off. Good for degreasing. What kind of Ford was it? It was a Model A, and it was it's actually a dually, so it's pretty cool. How many tractors are at the museum? I don't know, maybe 20, 30? Somewhere in there. I'll give you a solid count. It may be less than that, but I just can't see how it would be. There's a ton here, guys. It's incredible. I have a Ferrari tractor that needs rehab. Help, help. Oh, that's, yeah, I mean, depending on the age. The older, the easier to work on. That's for sure. Let's see here. Old School Repair Shop. You know how Tractor Supply sells stuff for a filter on a Model A? Oh, I did not know that. That's pretty awesome. So, oh, Stephen Cox is here. What's up, brother? How you doing? How old is the museum? The museum itself, I think, is probably in the neighborhood. The collection, the guy has been collecting for 30 years, and I'm guessing the museum is in the neighborhood of probably 10 to 15 years old. And the city took it over, I think, maybe about 5 to 7 years ago. So I haven't got all that solid information yet. I need to sit down with someone. I've heard a lot of different stuff. So, water wheel power for the win. Let's see. You get an antique plate and go to Cole and haul a load to the Smith shop. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Unfortunately, the Cole is all the way in Dallas. I think that thing would make it there too. You send me the radiator cap, I might have an extra to send you. So yeah, what's wrong with it, Cruddy, is the bottom of the cap itself. Someone, my guess is they grabbed it, they tried to rip it off, right? So from the bottom of the cap, it's got the 2 screws that go down in the center of the cap to hold it to the radiator, and where the flanges kick over and go under the bottom, the base of the radiator, and those 2 flanges are bent down at an angle, so it doesn't really seal right. So that's the problem. So the aluminum that's in there, or the pot metal that's inside the base of the cap, we can knock that pin out, put a new base on it. So. Sorry, guys. I always check that real quick just to make sure it's not someone telling me something. Portal Woodworks, $4, brother. Hey, Portal Woodworks, when are you going to come down here and help me build some stuff? We need a woodworker down here, man. You come on about a 6-month vacation. It would be awesome. And thank you very much for the super chat. That's awesome. Yeah, guys, hit that like button. Let's get us up to the top. Last time we had so many likes right off the top that we had people coming in from, just from recommendations that they watch the live chat on YouTube, and that's pretty cool. So, yeah, it is amazing, Peter, but it's also Stephen Cox is a really good mechanic. Like, the more I hang out with him and the more I'm around him, and the more I'm around other mechanics, it's really awesome to see. He's got real skills. I mean, real skills, and his knowledge far exceeds the standard mechanic. Some of these mechanics, they may work on Toyotas and they'll know nothing about some other kind of car. Dude, it's everything from neither one of us had any idea really how to start a hit and miss engine, but we knew we were going to. We just had to figure out the information. 10 minutes later, he sounds like a professional hit and miss engine mechanic. It's just awesome. And I don't know, he's just a cool guy, man. I really like him. He's good at what he does. So, and yeah, 106 watching, only 30 likes. Come on, guys. Yeah. Hit it. Showing 50 plus here. So, get some water. Thirsty. I haven't been drinking enough water today. I gotta get a cooler out here. We got a company that wants to send us like a cooler, or like a water cooler, but it's a very expensive water cooler, and I don't want to. It's like $1,000, and they want to send it out to me, and we would put water in it for the museum, so the people could drink cold water. But nope. none of my subscribers are going to be interested in that. So it's like bad marketing. So I'm like turning it down, even though it's free and they would just send it to me. It's like, yeah, I'd do a video on it and say we have cold water in here thanks to this machine. I don't know. It doesn't really kind of doesn't hit there. Peter, what we did to get the Ford started, which is a really great question, is essentially we had to replace the battery right away. We didn't even mess with trying to charge the old battery. I knew personally that that truck had sat for years. So we went through, we checked the carburetor, looked inside to make sure we didn't have any dirt daubers or anything built up in there. We had to make a new gasket for the fuel bowl. And so I pulled the fuel bowl off. I cleaned it out real good. I cut a new corkwood gasket out. It was leaking, and then put it back up in there. And Stephen Cox just uploaded a video. Stephen, can you please put a link to your video? So when Stephen puts the video link up to the video that he just posted, you can click on that link and just open it in another tab and watch it right after the live stream. So then on top of that, we put a new coil in it, which we may or may not need. We might try to put the original coil back in. We were both, we put a coil from China in there as opposed to the old, I think it was an Autolite coil that was in the car. So it was we were thinking that the coil wasn't working, so we went ahead and replaced it. But if it works, we're going to go back. It could have just been the distributor. We felt we cleaned the distributor good enough the first time, so we took the distributor cap off, the rotor off, and took the points out, cleaned everything up, got all our contact surfaces good and clean, put it all back together, and it wouldn't fire. So that told us it was a coil. We had hot going to both we had hot where it needed to be on the coil. And so we're like, okay, we should be getting spark. We weren't getting spark, so we grabbed a coil, slapped it in there, and went ahead and took everything off again and cleaned it one more time just in case. Put it all back together because it's just a distributor cap. Really cool distributor cap, but it's a distributor cap nonetheless. And popped it back together and really just got a sense. When you've been doing this stuff for long enough, you kind of know when something's going to start. And we were someone's driving by with loud music. We were fairly certain it was going to pop, and sure enough, that's when it fired. So we knew that we covered all areas. We knew we were getting gas in the system, yeah, fuel, air, and spark, and you got fire. So anyway, yeah. So hopefully that helps. And I think we put a little air in the tires, and that was about it. Fired up just fine. I'm at work. Wish I could stay. That's okay, Josh. You can watch it later, or these aren't that great to watch later. I just assume you watch the video. So, thanks, Josh. You and Hand Tool Rescue should collaborate. Yes, there's one on my channel. I sent him a really, really cool and very hard to restore item. It's kind of a tough one, and there's not really a lot to it other than some woodwork. But he's so you can look at my channel, and the issue is that it's cold up there right now, and there's it's really tough weather, so it's going to be a bit before he gets that up on his channel, and because it's all of those tools are going to be outside for him, so he's got to pull his saw out of the shop, and he's got a sawmill and everything, which is just awesome. But yeah, you can see what I sent him. Go check the link, or if someone wants to pull up my Hand Tool Rescue video and kick it over to a link, that'd be fine. Let's see. And so yeah, Hand Tool Rescues. He was talking about potentially coming down here. We were discussing that would be really cool if one day we could collaborate, but we could do it from here, where we come in, we have the time, we're left alone, all the tools are here, and he does a Hand Tool Rescue video from Old Mill Pond, dude. That would be amazing. That would be so cool. We definitely have the stuff here. I mean, he could pick anything, and it could be something that could be done quick. And I don't know, maybe there's like 4 hands in the video. So I missed that. Had a phone call. We were talking about Hand Tool Rescue. Hit and miss on back and forward. That would be pretty cool. That would be really cool. So can we top 72? 72 what, Roman? Is that thumbs up? Put some thumbs up, gentlemen. Yeah, Hand Tool Rescue is amazing. I love it. It's definitely one of my favorite channels. 72 likes to Rain Show. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, again, oh my gosh. Just tired. Long day. lots of hard work, lots of I don't know, did a little smithing, met some people that drove all the way down here. It's just really just people from everywhere. So you guys will see that in upcoming videos. Um, 3-day drive. That would be a tough one. Dude, that scroll saw. Let me tell you something about that scroll saw that I redid. I'm going to make a video. Credit corn stocks, you probably could, but I'm not set up that way right now. You have to get some software to do that. The scroll saw, unbelievable. So, this thing, I've never seen anything that holds kids' attention like this scroll saw does. You can sit a kid in front of the scroll saw with some cardboard, and they're good. They're done. Hours. They will sit there and cut and cut and cut out different shapes. And the kids that are behind them, waiting their turn, watching, they're watching so intently. It's incredible. So I'm gonna make a video about it. The diameter of the piston in the Galloway has to be somewhere around 8 inches. I'm not sure, but it's this big around. Maybe bigger than 8. It is massive. The rod is about this long, and it's huge, man. It's so big. Things spinning around. It's just incredible. Okay, I'm headed to a YouTube woodworker get-together here in Atlanta. Hey, man, that's pretty cool. You can tell them all to look at my channel, and anyone that's in Texas, I want some stools set out in front of the blacksmith shop. We're just going to drop them straight in the ground, make a cool little seat to put them on so people can just sit there and watch, lean up against it. There's just a ton of projects out here. We have some amazing antique wood table saws and planers and joiners and stuff like that needs a professional hand, a professional woodworker to restore them. It's going to be a lot of work. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Dan, which email was it? Give me a hit. Great. Yeah, he believes 8 is correct. Yeah, I think it's 8. It looks like 8 inches, the piston. It's massive, man. It's really cool to see that sucker flopping around. Worked one is about 16 inches. So I'm coming down in summer. It's gonna be hot in the summer, man. And but it's okay. We're gonna get some fans set up, some misters out there, and try to keep it cool. I don't want to bust that that crazy heat wave this year. I'd like to kind of take it easy. So, museum is open and has free admission. That is correct. Old school repair shop. He built an engine-powered can crusher, like my tractor-powered one. Gets kids' attention fast. That's a pretty cool idea. That probably didn't, and I'll have to pull it up and look again. I'll check tonight. I'm sure I did get it. It has been the craziest week. I've been pulling like 14-hour days at the museum, and next week is not going to be any slower. I've got 3 or 4. Garcia's got his beef bacon cured. I've got 3 or 4 videos to edit right now, and then Stephen Cox and I are going down to shoot some videos. Once again, guys, go subscribe to Stephen Cox if you want to see some more of the content from here. He's got multiple videos in the can right now that are coming out about the mill. So if you love this place, I would highly suggest go see Stephen's, because you see content that's completely different from my channel about Old Mill Pond on Stephen's channel. So only project I have at the moment is a propane tank wood burner. Heck yeah. We'll see. Love the channel. Awesome, brother. Oh, man, I need to start doing these live streams like with a couch and air conditioning. I think there's air conditioning in here, but I'm not really that sure. My ADD just made me look at a squirrel that was outside. Literally like that dog on that freaking Lift movie. Any ideas of the torque? A lot of torque. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure how we're going to be able to measure it. I did find some information on it today. We went through a lot of the paperwork to try to find the paperwork that we have here on some of this stuff. But oh, excuse me. It's It says it's 16 horsepower. It's got more power on it than a Volkswagen Jetta diesel, definitely. I mean, it's crazy. It's a ton of torque. So, yeah. Yeah, Steven's curious too. Couldn't figure it out. We don't know. I double dare the audience to get 90 likes. Go hit the like button, guys. Help us out. That gets us to the top. It doesn't really matter if you dislike or like. Hit either one. Those are the same buttons on YouTube, by the way. YouTube doesn't care. So, use a Bronny brake to check the torque or horsepower. Okay, brother. So, old school repair shop. What is that? Is that something we can find? We can easily easily accessible. Beautiful piece of history. The cool thing about the torque, guys, is the way these things are set up is it almost doesn't even matter what the torque is because we can multiply it however as many times as we want through the belt system. So, it'll end up coming up to speed at the end with the torque. I mean, it's got enough torque to where you direct drive this thing onto something big. I mean, it's so big. Yeah, we really do. We need just to put a couch back here. We have these cheap chairs. You should see the chair that they have up here for the office chair. It's horrendous. I'm gonna get a new one. Probably new desks. It just update it a little bit in here. Not update it, but make it look nicer, but still keep it old looking. It's the desks are like cheesy 80s desks that don't really fit in here. So I'm over 20 hours away. Dalton says, man, it's a long drive. 56 and counting, 93. Pony Brack is simply a big clamp. Are y'all open on Sundays? We are not. We should be open on Sundays. Sundays is a good day. And the other thing we should have here is a restaurant. It would save me from having to go somewhere else for lunch. And also, it would bring people here. If we were open on Sunday, had a small restaurant here, sold some chicken fried steak, a Texas favorite, maybe some local grown peas. I'm telling you, man, it would be amazing. It would do really well. I don't know if the city can do anything like that, but they should. I mean, it would just make sense. Everybody here in Texas goes to church in the morning on Sunday, and then after church they go out to their favorite restaurant. And this would be just an entire, there'd be a. Yeah, Steven, I found your headphones. They're right here. I did not put them in my truck. Okay, got them. Now I won't forget. That's important. Thanks for reminding me, bro. Dan, I get that reference. I didn't see Dan's reference. The grease gun arrived, Trent. It did. I'm so excited. That thing is cool, man. It looks like an old school grease gun. That's amazing. We'll pull it out and check it out here pretty soon. And we're getting ready to start greasing everything up too. Yep, smoker, cooker trailer. And that might be the case with a food license. And we do have, the city works with a lot of people that have that. What would be really cool? Just Sunday food trucks over here. We just have 3 or 4 food trucks that want to come make money on Sunday morning. And people can choose what they want to eat. And we put out picnic tables. That might be the way to do it. Could I do an Airbnb or a tiny house to rent out? We were thinking maybe doing that sometime. Like if we were ever out of town. But yeah, it would. It might be something like if we ever move on to a different piece of property, if we have to go somewhere for a job or anything like that, or for any reason we move, or we find a great deal on some other land or something, that we would always have that there to rent out or to go back to. So I'd make the drive every Sunday. Awesome. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. We have we've got a lot going on, man. We've got a lot of projects up in the air. As I was saying before, to those of you just getting here, you gotta subscribe to Stephen Cox channel because he is doing a lot of content down here now as well. He's going to be coming down as often as he can. We're going to be working on tractors, and we have a bunch of projects lined up. There's some that are halfway done already. We're not going to tell you about them. It's not a John Deere B or anything at all, and it doesn't just need a little bit more love. We're just waiting for parts. I'm not going to tell you about them at all. It's almost done. The video will be coming out soon as Steven comes down here and records it. It's going to be amazing. Not going to tell you about it at all. But yeah, good stuff, man. And so you're going to be able to see that one. That one's going to be on Steven's channel only. And then a lot of the other stuff will be on dual channels, or parts will be. So, Jeff, the dozer, I haven't done any work on it, man. Since this change, I've just been working. And yeah, so. Oh, it looks like someone just got canned. What I like is you guys are so fast, I don't even get to see what they write. It's just like, bam, you're gone. Nice try. That was pretty quick. So anyway. And do you do any more pawn home bits? Yes, we're gonna do more. So let's see here. And we're gonna move them completely. Okay. Yeah, what is the clock where we're at? Right now it's 7:22 p.m. So well, once again, guys, Amy tonight is on her way to New Orleans, Louisiana, and she's going up there for a conference with the American Chemical Society where she's presenting research. Really cool. Once again, last year she was American Chemical Society's Analytical Student of the Year. She was hired on. She does have a degree, in arts and science degree already, but she went back for a chemistry degree. But she was hired on by a chemical company for analytical chemistry 2-3 months before she even was done with school, which is incredible. They're like, no, just come on part-time right now. We'll get you all set up. That way you're gonna know what your job's gonna be after you graduate, and then you'll go full-time. That's incredible. I've never even heard of a company doing that. So really, really neat. They wanted to snatch her up before anyone else got her. She's brilliant, guys. I love that woman. I miss her already terribly. She's just she's incredible. She's the most important thing in my life. So anyway, yeah, wishing her a safe trip. I agree. So yeah, she'll be good there. No, New Orleans can be rough, but she's a tough girl too. So anyway, and let's see if I can. Any volunteer work available? Absolutely, tons. We've got every kind of volunteer work, from like skilled volunteer. We need some woodworking done, that kind of stuff. I need some stools. We're putting up a fence next week. We could use someone to help us do that. We just got a lot of stuff going on. So anyone that wants to volunteer, we got volunteer sheets, and I will absolutely have something for someone to do. I mean, we can have troops come out, like Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts can come out and help us out. There's just a ton of different things. So behind her, a great man is an even better woman. I wouldn't say I'm a great man, but she is a great woman. So I'm just a tired man, which is, it's hard working. So that's good, I guess. Yeah, can't wait to get back into the gardening. Spring is near. I know. Oh, it's killing me because I was so ready to do gardening. I guess I can make this announcement now. Though I may not have much gardening on my channel, I am starting a farmer's market here at Old Mill Pond, and it's going to be really cool. So we got vendors coming in. They're going to sell their wares here, and you're going to be able to pull in here on a Saturday and get fresh vegetables. So that's pretty neat. And then as soon as we're set up at our place, we'll be able to handle that as well. So volunteer to take a nap, Justin. I do need one. Steven is a two-part video. Well, maybe it could be. I haven't seen the end of it yet. I had to go on the live stream. I was watching it like 10 minutes ago, or 10 minutes before I streamed, which was pretty funny. And don't sell yourself short. We have Amish markets. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be fantastic. We have a lot of what happens here is the farmers markets have a lot of produce from other areas. Like, they'll come in from Florida or they'll come in from Mexico, and the produce will come in. People will just bring it in because there's no other food. People aren't growing enough food out here to support the market, and that's unfortunate. My goal is to have enough food, or to grow enough food myself and have it ready, do a greenhouse and plant real gardens that produce real food. I think a lot of people that want to start these oh, we're going to grow some tomatoes and take them to the farmer's market. And they show up a little bucket. And they're like, that, honestly, that's cute. That is cute. That's very cute. You have some very cute tomatoes there. You need to be able to pull 50 pounds of vegetables off of your plants, and it needs to be good stuff, quality stuff that you've culled through to bring it to a market. And so I know that that's what I'm capable of doing when I grow my gardens, the way I grow my gardens. And it's not always perfect, but I mean, I can get about 50 pounds and bring that down and sell that. And I can do that at any day. We've pulled 50 pounds a day off in peak season off of 4 raised beds. And it's just all about the soil prep. So I love gardening. That is my number one favorite thing to do. And I have not got to garden at all in about 3 years. It's been killing me. So I want to get back with it. So great tasting food with the Amish, man. I bet. I mean, it's real food. It's completely real food. Um, I got to get me another water. Pardon me, gentlemen. That Critic Corsock said he'd come down and help out. We got to take care of travel. And I don't know, dude. I might just come down there and snatch you up in the truck one day. Mom planted 45 tomato plants last year, and every day we got about 1 5-gallon bucket. That's what I'm talking about right there. And Mama knows how to grow tomatoes. That's the way it should be. You get a couple tomato plants, and you bring in 10 or 12 tomatoes, and that's not going to work right. So I'm going to help these people that do that and can't really grow a lot of food and help them out as well. Check out their garden. Some people don't want help. They got their ways to do it, and that's how they want to do it, and that's fine. But if global warming is awesome for food growth. Eric, I just finished a Red Bull, bro. Oh, actually, I got a little bit in the bottom. Thanks, man. There we go. I need to get Red Bull to send me cases, and also a doctor and a urologist probably, because this stuff's terrible for you. I don't know why a urologist, but who handles kidneys? I drink too much of it, but it'd be nice to have a Red Bull fridge up here. So yeah, bought furniture from them as well. Oh, that would be a heck of an idea, actually. Let's get some Amish furniture in here. Our little mouse friend's back. I refuse to kill him. Has the mayor said anything about the Galloway? No, I haven't told him. So that's the main reason. So it's been running a couple days too. I need to send him a kidneyologist. Motorhome parking here. No, but I mean, there's not mobile home parking. I have a spot that would fit a mobile home if someone pulled a mobile home in. So that stuff will kill you. I know. Hey, man, you got to know how to grow your organic vegetables. And organic vegetables is where it's at. I'm drinking Red Bull while talking about importance of eating healthy. So yeah, it's a. Am I saying this right? Nephrologist. Boiler Room asked if there was mobile home parking there. Okay. Yeah, we have a spot where I'm sure. I mean, now it's not overnight mobile home parking, but there are RV parks all around here. Several actually. So, sky's the limit, man. We have a great park. So, yeah, coffee. I drank like 4 or 5 cups today. If it was some warm right now, I would be drinking coffee. But I think really I just didn't drink enough water today. Bottle likes monsters. Yeah, trees will do that, Dan. And then you don't want to cut them down. I'm the same way. It's so hard. We're gonna be making a bunch of stuff out of trees, and I'm gonna have to bust out the chainsaws and start dropping them. And it just kills me because out here in the tall pines, it's so gorgeous, man. It's so beautiful out here. So yeah, Mike, we had water, but you didn't see any steam because it never got hot enough. We didn't run it for a very long time. Max time it ran, I mean, maybe it was 10 minutes each time. And you couldn't, like, it just wasn't hot. So, Jeff, how old am I? I am, I think, 42. Yeah. So, yeah, supermarkets killed a lot of the small vegetable growers. And you grow, wow. Sam, where do you live? That's some awesome stuff to grow. Macadamia trees, too. My pants have a blue outline of a wrench now. That's awesome. Maple and oak. I wish we had maple out here, more maple. We have some, but awesome. Thanks, Richard. Chaga. Richard, how's your power hammer going, brother? We're getting ready to maybe start ours up. I got to get a motor for it. I know. I think it needs it. We need to put a bearing in it. I'm gonna. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hook the motor up. We're gonna like let it beat for a little while and see what happens. See what it does, and then we'll figure out if we need to machine some parts for it or not, and see if that main round bearing. Actually, Richard is and I'm talking to Richard Chappell. Is the bearing that's inside the arm, the one that oscillates, is that bearing Babbitt? You got Osage there, Walter. Crank hard works great. Old enough to know better, but still not enough to care. It depends on what the topic is. 20-hour drive from Cambridge, Ontario. That's a trek. It's not okay, Richard. It's not a Babbitt. Yeah, see, that's the thing is I don't know. Okay, so guys, what I'm talking about is in the power hammer, there's an assembly. It's got an arm that comes down like this, and there's a bearing in here. There's a drive wheel off to the side, and as it rotates, it's got a cam in there, just like a crank, just like a crankshaft, and it oscillates like this. But there's a pivot point right here, so as it moves and goes around, it smacks down. Well, inside there's a bearing about yay big, and I was wondering if it was a Babbitt or not, because there is some slop in there. So, Nathan Joseph, what's up, brother? So, guys, you see the one that says Nathan Joseph right there? That's my friend since we was this big, little itty bitties. It's just incredible. Whoa, Wayne Cruz deleted Nathan Joseph. Hey, Wayne, let him back in. That's Nathan. That's Nathan Joseph. That's my buddy. Nathan, you got deleted. That's funny. View deleted message. Nathan, I think it was just that one message that got deleted, so you can probably type again. Wayne Cruz. Is that all? It is Todd. Whoa, Bill. $100 on the super chat. Oh my God, awesome. Thank you so much, brother. That is incredible. Man, that's amazing. Thanks, Bill. That's just, wow, it's crazy. You're just sitting here and all of a sudden, bam, something pops up and you're like, oh, well, there's coal for a month. Something amazing happened too over the past couple days, guys, out here at the mill. I changed one thing. So last week we took $13 of donations in from the mill. The week before we took like $31 of donations in. That's from the people that come in and they walk up and they donate. They put money in the jar, right? And the girls were saying when they walk in the door, they said, "Welcome to the museum. Admission here is free. You can donate if you like, and you can go downstairs or upstairs or everywhere around." And I said, "Okay, guys, let's do this. Let's change that sentence. Welcome to the museum. We are run on donations. If you'd like a tour, let us know. Look around, blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much. We're so happy to have you here." The donations for the past 2 days were $290. $290. We went from $13 last week to $290 by changing a sentence. People just didn't really understand that it was something that we needed here, and that it was important for this place to operate. So essentially, we didn't have to dip into any of the money for the repairs. I've got enough money in there to go buy the batteries I need next week. And we still just turn that into the city. It goes into our kitty. Or anytime I need it, I can get in it, go down the road and get the parts I need and drop the receipt in the box. and it's just incredible. So when money comes in like this, you know, from Bob, let me see here. Let me double check the name. Is it Bill or Bob? I already forgot. It went away. Why does it go away so fast? This one was Bill. I always get confused with the Bill Bob. So let's see here, Bill. Bill, do you have any questions for us? And thank you so much. Like this, I'm telling you, man, it's honestly, it's going to a good place, and it's getting used. And hopefully you'll be able to see that like every day that something comes out on this channel. Okay, where did I go? I hit chat accidentally. Oh, now chat's completely gone. I suck at this, guys. Nathan Joseph's back. He's out of timeout. How you been, brother? How the kids? That was funny. All right. Seems to be common over there as far as air hammers. Little Giant for mechanical. I should shoot a video on email. That would be great, Richard. You know, every single bit of information you have on that power hammer would be cool. I'm sure there's other people out there that that are doing it. So, am I doing a $1,000 lipstick challenge tonight? PH Finger, Ringer. So last night, Stephen Cox, someone had said, "Show me your tattoo" or something like that, and he's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And he's like, "I'll show you that one. I won't show you the one on my left arm." He's like, "Well, I'll show you the one on your left arm for $100." He's like, "No." He's like, you know, I don't know, maybe $100. He's like, you know, for $300, I'll take my shirt off and show you the one on my back. And and he said, heck, for $1,000, I'll put on lipstick. And then everybody started donating money. So in 28 days, Steven's gonna have to wear lipstick if in 28 days it hits $1,000. Last night he made his super chat pulled like $600, and so he is it's gonna happen. There's no question. Steven will be wearing lipstick, and I'm gonna be screenshotting it. In fact, the night trying to fix it, it's all good. I don't know what happened there. Someone deleted something. So thanks, Steven. You deleting people. So yeah, it was pretty awesome. So yeah, here's the thing. Make sure you're on Steven's next live chat, because I highly expect that on that next live chat, you know, I threw in $40 on it. That's all I'm saying. I'll be back. I'll be back there with the tie-breaking amount to make sure that whatever happens happens. And so I want to see Steven in some lipstick. I mean, not like that though. So no, I'm not doing the lipstick challenge. You know, I'm not sure that I'm going to be. Cruddy wants to know if I'm going to be streaming more on live streams other than sitting here, and I think I probably shouldn't. And the reason is you can't see a lot of it. It's not very clear. What we're going to try to do is, if we do it, we're going to set up a proper camera. We're going to connect it to the proper internet, which is what I have here, as opposed to going live on my phone. And we're going to get a better internet connection. I'm going to tell the city I need the best internet that's available in this area to run into this museum. It's got to be the best, top of the line, no matter what it is, because these live streams are important. They really help us out. And the busier I get, guys, the less comments I get to read or interact with. And I feel I've got 96 comments in there right now. I haven't read them. Like, I haven't gone through. I put a video up this morning. I've answered like 3 comments on that video. To me, that's terrible. I feel like people are wanting, like, you know, they watch this video, they want to interact, they want to talk, they have questions, and I want to jump in there and answer those questions, and they can't do that. And because I'm busy, like I put the video up and then I had to run to the blacksmith shop. And so that's what these are good for. That's what the live streams are good for. So I think I'm going to keep it like, you know, just that kind of talk. What would I do for $1,000? I don't know, whatever. I don't really, like, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of coal. I would, I tell you what, for $1,000, I would install a new tool in the shop. That's what I'd do for $1,000. Future venue for wedding. Yes, all over the place. Photographers come out here, shoot all the time. It's free. And the wedding place is $160 to rent. That's incredible. $160. It's one of the nicest places you get married. It's so small, you don't have to invite your crazy cousins and all that and pay all that extra money. So The Warrior, what's up, brother? Let's see. Tracy, thank you very much. I tried hard on that video. I got spiders crawling on me now. This place needs a good clean, and we're working on it. We've almost got it clean, but we still got critters. So, the good land on the eye answers 90% for you. Put up a sign that says, if you like what you see, please donate and help us stay running. Yeah, our current sign says, admission is free, your donations are appreciated. And yeah, so I think we need to change that too. We need to word that different. So why is the comments out as I type them and cutting out of the middle is annoying? I don't know. Sounds like it's not putting the comments out there right for you. Oh, I love the live chat. Thanks, Eric. Close your browser and reopen. There you go. Well, guys, I think I'm going to make this a 1-hour live stream tonight. I wanted to stay on longer, but I'm really tired. Stephen Cox and I have a long trip tomorrow. Hey, Stephen, are we going to do a live from the road? We're going to have a live? That would be pretty cool. I get pretty decent cell phone reception where I'm at. From my phone, and we're on 45 the whole way or whatever. What is that? Show. Automatically held for review. Sometimes it just live stream would be pretty cool. There's Mercy Oak Smithing. So Colton Mercer's here, guys, and I almost didn't talk about. I'm like, I had to run out to the blacksmith shop. Colton Mercer came out. I can't believe I haven't talked about this at all. So, show you what was done today. Colton comes out and starts knocking stuff out. So one of the other ways we're going to pay for stuff is we're going to do hand-forged gifts to sell in the gift shop. So that is a really, really cool leaf hook. And obviously it's got a hole in there to pin up. So hopefully you can see that. And then we have got a bottle opener. It's got a rough forged texture on it. You know, it's like ball peened. Looks very much like my texture. And he's so skilled. Really, really like this guy quite a bit. So you guys got to go check out his channel. Now, we wanted a real quick knife, like a knife that we can get down and dirty and sell for pretty cheap in the shop. So he forged me out these blanks right here, and that is a integrated handle, right? So it's wider, but it's gonna remain rough forged. And I'm probably gonna use my texture on it, and then we will grind the blade here, and we just want it to look kind of rough, you know, kind of not rough, but like. So I'm gonna do a video when I make these 3 knives, and these are gonna be for sale in the gift shop. This is W1 steel, so a very, very good steel. One of our patrons took care of this for us, so. We're not selling these on Etsy. We're going to put them in our actual physical store. So every time Colton tries to sell something or has something, it sells immediately. He's a talented blacksmith. And his stuff's so cool, people just want to snatch it up real fast. So Charles came out too, and he forged some stuff for us today, and I can't find it for the life of me. I don't think Charles is on here right now, but I looked for Charles stuff. So Colton forged the steak turner, and it was purchased like right then and there. So it was awesome. I mean, we got the gift shop's not even open yet, and we sold something for the gift shop. That's how good his stuff is. I want to show you the steak turner because it was gorgeous. But anyway, so there's one of the knives, and there's another one. This one's got a little bit of a clip point to it. I really like that, you know, and it fits perfect, man. It's a great knife. And then here's a third, a little bit longer blade, and a clip point on that one too. I'm going to try to hold them up a little more stable. There you go. And these were knocked out super fast. These are not, like, if you see his knives, you'd be amazed at what they are. But these are fantastic. So these are going to be quick, down and dirty, inexpensive knives. We'll probably sell these for about $50 in the gift shop. Once they're done, depending, they may go for a little bit more. They're not going to have a sheath on them. We're going to mount them to a magnet on the wall. People can make their own sheaths. and they're gonna be really really sweet. But it's just I didn't want him to grind. I didn't want him to do anything. I just wanted him to forge, and he put out like so. Let's just go through it. Let's say we sell that for $10, maybe 20 in the gift shop. Steak Turners 20, 30, $40 depending, and it's all to support the channel. And then this right here, you're talking 20, $30. Each one of these knives 50, $60. And they're gonna sell. And he drives all the way down here. He's 16 years old. Him and his dad come down. That's two guys. They stay in a hotel room and then work for free. I mean, it's amazing. So please, by all means, subscribe to his channel. And Mercy Oak Smithing, Steven just put the link up right there. And his knives are good and his videos are great, guys. You're going to really like the video content, and you're going to see his knives. There's a 4-parter on his knife that he brought out today. It's insane. And hopefully he's got some stuff recorded from here, and you're going to get to see another viewpoint from Old Mill Pond. So of all the blacksmiths that I've met, and I've met a lot of, blacksmiths, Colton's the best. Colton's the best blacksmith I know. He is by far he's a far superior blacksmith to me. His skills are so much beyond mine. He does what it takes, and he's busy too. They almost went to state. I think, Colton, did you go to state or you got in the playoffs for football this season? So he's super busy. He's got school. He's as busy as any one of us, and he just loves it, man. He's back there pounding steel and refining his skills. So I really expect to see him be something very special in the knife making business very soon, and I'm ready to jump up there and help him out. So Mercy Oaks Smithing, click on his name. If you don't see the link, just click on his icon. He's got a blue wrench right there. Click on that, go to his channel, open it in a new window, subscribe to the channel. You're not going to be disappointed. His first video is better than a lot of videos that have been up on YouTube or for people that have been up for years making stuff like this. So thanks, Boiler Room. Anyway, so yeah, spoons. Yeah, we can make some spoons. We're going to get into making all kinds of stuff. So, but yeah, we're going to be opening the gift shop soon. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Charles isn't here, but Charles was another blacksmith that was out today. And Charles forged a steak turner for us. And then we have 5 or 6 things that we found around the museum. And another thing is I have got a bucket of planes and stuff like that, pretty good planes, that I'm going to start cleaning up and restoring and putting in the gift shop. So another thing we can do if someone wants to help out is we can give them the address here to the mill, and they can mail us if someone has their grandfather's tools, they want them to go to a good cause, they can mail them here, and we will do a restoration on them, clean them up, put them in the gift shop to sell at a proper price, where a man who is looking for a very specific tool and a nice one that loves the tool, a guy buying a restored plane is a very specific individual, right? It's going to be a very special man that's going to love that tool for the rest of his life, and he's going to use it like a craftsman. And that's the kind of that's the kind of person that we would put these tools in their hands. And so I want to start doing that. If someone's got some tools that are of a quality that are a nice tool, a nice hand tool, we would definitely like to sell that kind of stuff in the gift shop. So we just don't want I don't want a bunch of mugs. I don't want a bunch of mugs that have our logo on it. I mean, we got to have mugs. You're gonna sell mugs. Mugs are great. So yeah. Anyway. Been subscribed for a long time, and I like the knives. I have over 100. Haha, awesome. You got to check out his knives. He hasn't done a video that shows his knives, but old sash clamps, etc. Awesome. So yeah, and if you guys want, if someone wants to do something on their channel, and you're into restorations, and you want to send something, and have it like you do restorations, send them out here to the mill. The mill does not accept. It is literally an act of it's a government, an act of City Hall, an act of what do you call it? City Council has to get together for a donation to the museum. So they don't get together unless it's something that's a big donation. It's passed off long before that. So if someone comes in with a hand tool, generally it's just denied. Like they don't even accept it, which is really, really kind of weird because some of that stuff is important. So, but when it's something bigger, they will accept it. But they kind of almost feel like they have enough here, and they would have to start building more, which I agree. We have too much. There's overflow. I think we do need another one. Setting up a corporate discount account for hotels so that we can use for people staying at hotels in Lindale. Should be 30 to 50% off. That would be awesome. That would be really cool. So, municipality. Yep. Oh my God, guys, my email address has .gov at the end of it. What? I mean, that's the email address FEMA doesn't want you to know about. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I did, man. I talked to Colton, told him that he's good and he needs to make videos, and that I'm going to support him, and I'm going to do everything I can to help him out. And yeah, I mean, in every possible way that I can. He's great. Oh, oh, show. Okay, my email. Oh, I had to let that through. It kind of locks. Copy. Let me go to my Gmail. I'd almost sing you a song. Let's see here. Richard, let me pose. Here we are, homie. I just connected to you, brother. So, that super chat still up there. Thanks, Bill. Really appreciate that. Hi from Poland. What's up, brother? How are you doing? Okay, let me restore my chat. So yeah, that would be really awesome. Setting up something like Steven said, setting up something to where people that are coming out here for the meal get a discount. I really would have liked that to happen, because we're pushing the tourism dollars here, but we really gotta show our stuff before we're behind here. I wanted to try to get stuff taken care of for people that come down here, and Steven had some great ideas, so we're gonna go with that. Hi from Brazil, awesome, brother. FEMA, yes. It's a conspiracy now. Decatur, Texas. Okay, cool, brother. That's actually not terribly far from here. Working on a new tractor video this week. So, hope to see everyone watching. That's Farm Work 686, 2017. So from Poland, that's awesome. Oh, you collect case pocket knives. We have some here. I'm not sure if they're of any value. We'll have to look and see someday and have you check it out. Did you ever find the radiator cap for the Ford truck? No. So we're not driving it on the road, so I never get it hot enough to build up any pressure, right? We move it back and forth, and then we will allow it to heat up, but it's, it'll always be able to kind of vent off a little bit. So it's never doing long drives. It's thundering outside, and all I can think about is that I've got a tool outside that I need to go put away if it starts raining. Put the word out to a couple friends in Texas and New Mexico last night. Keep an eye out for a pump jack for your windmill. Ooh, awesome. Yeah, they littered the Sentinels of the Southwest, baby. They littered the landscape when I was a kid, and it's just so awesome to have them. Poland, 1:53 a.m. Thanks, brother. I've had many of those nights, man. YouTube will do that to you. It'll keep you up late. Copper's Cove. Copper's Cove. I used to live there. I was near there. I was in Belton. We lived on the other side of Lake Belton from you. I think we talked about that before. Can you forge a razor? I think so. I think we could. It's more about the grind with a razor, but I don't think. Yeah, there is lightning back there. And y'all just tell me if y'all see any ninjas back there. That's more what I'm worried about. And when it warms up, I'll get my 1930 Model A out. They'll have a pressure-built radiator. Yeah, so it's not. Yeah, so it's not something that's gonna like. It shouldn't be that big of a deal anyway. In other words, but unless it gets really hot or gets an air bubble in there, we shouldn't have any problems with them. But oh, cool. SnydersAntiquesAuto.com. Awesome. The radiator's it is cast, but it's like a pot metal, and I think honestly, guys, I think it's going to be okay. I think you go up there and you mess with it, you can get it to pop off, right? Um, so once again, like I said, it's got these two little metal plates that come in from the side, little bars, and there's an Allen head cap screw that goes through there, and it probably wasn't originally an Allen head cap, but it and I don't believe this was the original radiator cap on this car anyway. It's the wing one. It's nice. It was probably aftermarket, but so it's they're designed to drop. You drop the cap in, you spin it over, and you tighten it up, right? And the arms kick out this direction and catch straight out like that. What had happened is someone grabbed it and pulled it, and so instead of those arms being flat, they kind of kick down like this now. And so I was able to tighten them up. It's raining pretty good now. I was able to tighten them up and get them snug. I took them back off. Of course, there was water in there. We're talking about steel on there, and so it took me a long time just to get the nuts loosed up and free. But it's pretty good now. I think it's gonna work. It has a good gasket, Tony. The gasket's pretty good. Yeah, the motor meter's fine. The motor meter works great, and all there is. So from the top of the motor meter, now that's the actual temperature. Big thud outside. Maybe a tree falling or something. That crazy wind. So the motor meter's fine, and the wings are fine. Everything's fine on top. It's got one pin that runs through the bottom where it will open and pivot on like this, and then it's the bottom of the cap. So I'm not necessarily that worried about it now. I don't like. There may be a point where someone from the city wants to throw this thing in the parade, and that's just not going to happen. You don't put 1920s cars like in that condition in the parade. Like you don't want to run. I mean, maybe it's okay, but classic cars tend to get really hot, going slow, moving nowhere. I'd want like a bag of ice sitting on top of the engine before I did that. So we're never going to put it in that position. So anyway, U.S. Navy, awesome. Just a ninja. He moves every time I turn around. He moves. So anyway, um, put the old Ford to work. It'll last forever. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to kind of test to see like really um what she's capable of. So we'll see. Bob, how you doing, brother? Look, we put your metal to work. So RT&D is the gentleman who bought this. So bought the Steel Force. This is W1, and yeah, Colton Mercer hooked us up with some sweet forging. There you go. And so these are not heat treated yet, and they're not ground yet. So we're gonna grind them, and I've got to get my belt grinder back from Central Texas, or I might just steal Amy's. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna be out of town for the week, but I might get a wild hair. I really hate to see these not finished. So he did 3 of them, which is just great. And then I want to knock out several more, but I've got to get that belt going. Yeah, my tool's getting wet. Y'all don't even want to know what tool it is either. It's the little hand crank thing. So I'm gonna let it get wet. I'm gonna go out there, pop it off the perch, and oil it down, and should be fine. So, Tony, thank you, brother. Awesome, man. Anything positivity? Yeah, it's there. I mean, it's pretty. It's. I would have to say yes. It stopped. So, yeah, we got bangings all over the place. Lots of racket outside today. Hey, okay. Okay, so we used to carry 2 jerry cans of water when doing parades in old cars. Also carried a burlap sack, which we soaked in water and held over the radiator and poured water over to give cool air. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, that's almost what you have to do. So, um, yeah, yeah. Sandrammer's here. He is, and Sandrammer and I are talking about doing Babbitt bearings. So I've got to figure out a whole bunch of stuff and get caught up. Guys, it may take me forever to get some of the stuff that I want to get done. So it's just crazy. But Sandrammer, He worked for the Navy, and that's what he did, man. He essentially is a Babbitt bearing master. So more than likely, what we're going to do is if we have any issues with Babbitts, we're just going to load them up, send them on over to him. So we may spread that out if other YouTubers want to get involved, but just a super chat. I don't think so. It was Dan, or sorry, I think we had Bill and Bob, from what I understand. Yeah. Here you go again. I can forge and grind a knife like the ones I made today, and we can compare grinding styles. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome. I don't really have a grinding style yet. I got to work on it. Babbitt bearings are easy. Yeah, that's what everybody says. Everybody says they're real simple. And then I watched like the Nathans, or not Nathan. I was thinking Nathan Woodridge. I was watching, all the guys who do the big guys that do this stuff. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, I don't know if it's that easy, but everyone says they are. So from my perspective, it seems like it's a little complicated too. Just joined your community. What would you say your community is about? Well, we're not really a community, but this is a museum. Like you can look at everything behind me. I am the new curator, and we restore all this old stuff. So that's what all the videos are about on this channel. And we pretty much just get on here and talk about what happened the week before on the channel and all the videos we did, and everyone that's in the videos. And so, like this week, we restored or we got up and running a 1930 Model A Ford. It was in the museum and hadn't been running for a long time. We started it, got it driving around. We did some blacksmithing. We're making knives. We have some bottle openers. So this is the stuff we're going to sell in our gift shop. Hand forged key holders for your wall, and several knives. So etc. etc. So it's just guys doing guy stuff. And so, hey Justin, howdy from W. Listening one ear to the boys' state b-ball game. Awesome. Boys went to state. Desert water bag. So, and okay. Dan says Babbitts are more of a checklist thing than actually difficult. It does seem that way. It doesn't seem like there's something that's actually physically hard to do, or labor intensive whatsoever. But it seems like something that would just be something that you've just got to make sure you've got everything lined up. So I just would hate to get to that last part of the pour and start my pour and have the molten lead everywhere and then re-pour. But the only way you ever get to that point is by just not doing the job right to begin with. So gotta go, Boiler Room Radio. God bless you, brother. Did the $1 security hack for my F-150. Awesome, brother. It's a great hack. So that's cool to have someone from that video that subscribed, because that was just like a place to fight about Fords versus Chevys. And it was my first video that got kind of big, and so I took down it kind of annoyed me, so I turned the comments off, and now I kind of realize that that's silly. You should just enjoy that. So you continue to get more people there. You have a smith, a mechanic. Are you looking for a woodworker? Yes, I want a woodworker. I am not skilled with wood. I would absolutely love to have someone come down here, a YouTuber if they want, or someone that's just in the community and help us out. We've got fences and benches and chairs and everything. I've got a million things for a woodworker to do. I would love to have a woodworker come help us out, man. It would just be awesome. Just some talented woodworker. It would be awesome. Like 6 samurai carpenters at this place. Yeah, it's not lead. It's a mixture called Babbitt. LOL. I get that, but there's all kinds of various tin, but there is like primarily lead. Usually, well, it depends, but it's heavy lead. Tater salad's here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, brother? I'm Tater Salad. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not putting on lipstick. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. That is fantastic, man. Glad to have you with us. Tater Salad was one of the big guys that pushed it over the limit last night and almost got Stephen Cox to 1,000. He threw in a couple hundred, and so he's the one that got me motivated to donate and to kind of be a part of that too. I want to see Stephen wear lipstick. So I'm serious. Everybody, go over to Steven's next super chat or next live chat, which actually might be tomorrow. So I don't know. Yeah, DKK. So if people freak out and think that's $1,000, it's $165. That's huge. That's a lot of money, and that's greatly appreciated. DKK. That is so awesome. As I say, that's a lot of coal. So this is how this works, guys. I mean, this just helps to pay the bills and keep things going, and it's insanely appreciated. Like I've said before, and I'm happy to say this, there are people from the city watching this live show right now. The city cannot afford my salary. They just can't. They pay me what they can. They pay me what they can afford, and they know that. So I have to be able to make my money on some other way to live, to pay my bills, to buy tires. Steven and I are driving to Houston tomorrow, and I got to remember to put my spare in because if I don't put my spare in, Steven and I probably ain't making it to Houston. And my spare was out of the car for hauling reasons. And so anyway, spare's got to go back in because I got to get tires, and I haven't had two things: time and money. So this kind of stuff helps with both of that, and it's just a blessing. It's nice, and oh man, it's just so helpful. Easy tips and tricks. You're woodworking in California. That's awesome. So we have some like really cool woodworking projects that are here that we've got to get done. We have an old antique table saw that I want to have restored. I don't really use that kind of stuff. I work in metal primarily, and I work on cars. And yeah, Keith Rutgers, that was the name I was looking for the Babbitt bearings. So I watched his videos on that. So yeah. So anyway, yeah. Well, woodworking is just it's something that I want to get into more, and I'm learning it more. But some of this stuff is some of it's like quick stuff, like quick work, like putting some posts in the ground and making a top for them real quick so that people could sit on just seats. And some of the other stuff is a little more complicated. Now you take a woodworker that knows what he's doing, someone that works with wood on a daily basis, he's going to knock a job out in an hour that will take me an entire day to finish. Whereas my value would be somewhere else doing the same thing on another level. So I could do a job that would take someone a lot longer to do. So it's better, to not for me to not waste my time on something or spend my time on something where I could be used more efficiently in another area. And so having someone in here that was a woodworker, it will save me more time than it would take them to do it. So yeah, they're taking an hour or two to do a project or a day. That saves me a week, So it really comes into the delegating part of my job here. I came in here as a delegator to delegate. I'm not going to be up here in the office taking phone calls. I'm not going to be, sending emails all over the place all the time. I'm just not going to do that. So I, you know, I immediately want to delegate all of this other stuff out so that I can focus on what needs to get done. And we have a crew that works as a cohesive team. And all of us have weaknesses and all of us have strengths. And so what we've done is we've put ourselves together in a team that understands what our strengths and weaknesses are. And it's not always fair. Some of us always work harder than others. But it just can't matter because it's about the cause. We're all getting paid the same regardless of how long we're here or what we're doing. And we're all here from 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock. You go to work. So while you're at work, you just do what you're asked, and you get it done. And so as long as I work within those strengths and weaknesses, man, things have been smoking good here. It's been incredible. Best use for wood: starting a coke fire. That's hilarious, Dan. It is easy, just super precise. That's it. It's super precise. I can be off a quarter an inch on a piece of metal, and I can weld that gap, no problem. Todd Bowman, can you use some block? Oh, for the chain rubbing against the cable runs. No, no, the wood works amazing. There's nothing. There's no pressure on it. It's silent. It is incredible. It's bit like the last piece started out a ½ inch and it lasted 3 years where it was. I don't see any reason to change it and make it more complicated. Just by attaching something to it, I think we're weakening it. It just works. It works, and it also gives me content. Think about this: the first day I had on the job, that broke. I can't wait until the next time it breaks, so I get to fix it. And think about the 3 years and how time has changed and how the place has changed and what has happened in my life over that time period. It's just gonna be cool, man. I mean, I sound sentimental, but it just and a lot of people were saying put a chain tensioner on it and stuff like that. And yeah, a spring pulled chain tensioner. It doesn't need it. It just doesn't. It's amazing. I love it. I love it just how it is, and it works fine. And it could have one. It's silent. Like there's no sound. I actually think it's on behind me because I can't hear it. I know it's not on, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. 91, 92% tin and copper and antimony. So yeah, and there's tin is lead and what? Lead, I can't remember what tin is. Thanks, Bob, for putting that up, by the way. Sam, we used to run it on our shearing she drive, which ran from an old tractor. Tater salad, drop it in more. Tater salad, thank you, brother. We appreciate it. Let's do one more. Thank you so much for the super chat, Tater Salad. That is fantastic. That is awesome. Hey, Tater Salad, did you get to watch either mine or Steven's video from today on the Model T? 10 is 10. Oh. Yeah, I need to learn about metallurgy and sleep. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, 10 is 10. 10 is 10, LOL. Told you guys I didn't know crap about Babbitt bearings. I'm going to put a link in the description where I don't know anything about Babbitt bearings. I made a video about it. But I also am always okay with saying I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Yeah, 10 is an element. Amy's cracking up when she watches this, by the way, because she's a chemist. Like, literally on my bed that covers me is a periodic table blanket. So it's right there in front of me. So anyway, Farm Works. Brody's made a couple of videos, pretty good ones. So anyway, I'm getting tired, guys. It might be time for me to hit the road. And I actually did go 2 hours. That's pretty good. So, but yeah, God bless you guys, and thank you so much, man. Bill, Dan, and Tater Salad. He's gonna keep doing that. I appreciate it, man. That's so awesome. Ian Low, Justin, if you have some good ideas for small, simple items to make for the museum shop, look at. Okay, cool. Let me copy that. Cool. 4 copy. All right, I'll pull that up in a different box right now. Bam, paste. Oh, I'm tired. Here. Okay, cool. He crony break. Yeah, Santa River, I don't think I'm going to do the Babbitts. I've already proven here that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to Babbitts. Now, of course, we would get Babbitt material, which is made out of tin, which is made out of lead. No, we'll get someone that knows what they're doing to do that on the first, or someone to teach me. Like, so I want to learn. So more than likely, we're going to send those over to you, brother. And I'm trying to get back to my chat. On my chat. Pop out chat. There we go. So yeah, and I figure I can spend a lot of time messing up on something, or I can get like a good educated hands-on knowledge, and do something and learn it from a skilled professional. I think that would be a lot better. So his English isn't good. English not good, but his videos are great. There's so many guys that I watch who, it just it's up. I don't know, like man skills. Just there's no that's its own language. You don't need to know what they're saying, so it's pretty good. Um, Damn, Tater, another one. Yeah, Tater's on it today. Tin is made out of gold, and gold is made out of fleece. No, that's the golden fleece. All right, I'm just time to go sleep. I'm making a new video on Babbitt bearings the Navy way. So yeah, that would probably be a good opportunity to get these over. I've got them pulled apart, and before what I was waiting on is getting advice or first off being able to ship stuff, but getting information from the city to see if I was allowed to ship them. And now that I am the person that I would ask about that, I'm going to go ahead and answer myself and say that it's okay. So anyway, um, so yeah, we'll get that handled. Oh, we're down. I didn't even shut down. This is the worst. I didn't even get to say goodbye. Oh, come on, man. Am I still live, guys? Are you still in chat? It says I'm live. Just trying to say bye. There we go. Night, Babbitt. Ha. Okay, there we go. Send the bearings and at least one hub. It's one solid hub, so. Um, yeah, there's a ton of different Babbitt materials. I think that there's a lot. There's a lot of different Babbitts. So, um, just Google what is tin. What's in tin? Tin. I think there's some. Anyway, all right, guys, take it easy. Appreciate it, and say your goodbyes later, Cruddy. God bless everyone. Still live. All right, thanks, guys.